I'm Paul Michel. I'm a physician scientist. I'm a professor at Stanford University. It's been my privilege this year to co-chair the programming of the 2026 AACR meeting with Alice Shaw.
So my name is Alice Shaw, and I'm a physician scientist, thoracic oncologist, and chair of the Department of Medical Oncology at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and Harvard Medical School.
There really has never been a more important time for an AACR meeting. There's a tagline to this meeting that really highlights key components of the meeting and really points towards some of the things that we're actually going to see in the meeting. The tagline says, precision, partnership, purpose, advancing cancer science to save lives globally.
The first P, which stands for precision, was chosen to capture how basic research has translated into increasingly precise, or what we call tailored therapies. And this includes not only molecularly targeted therapies that have really fundamentally changed the treatment landscape for many cancers, but also immune-based strategies such as CAR T therapies and mRNA vaccines, and a variety of other really innovative treatment modalities. The second P stands for partnership, and this was chosen to highlight how critical collaborations are to accelerating discoveries and progress in cancer research. And I would also emphasize that our partnerships need to be global to address the global burden of cancer and to really reduce inequities in access and care. And then the third and final P in our tagline captures our collective purpose as a community of cancer researchers. Now, in this time of increasing challenges to research, increasing distrust in science, reduced funding of research, I do think that every experiment that we do in the lab, every clinical trial that we run at our cancer centers, they all have to be guided by a clear purpose, which is to improve the lives of patients with cancer and ultimately to prevent and cure cancer altogether.
Saving lives is the other component of it. I'll be very personal, if I might be, and tell you why this matters to me. I lost my father at the age, he was 51 years old, I was 14. He died of stomach cancer. And he died a very difficult death. And I promised myself that I wanted to do something about it. So I became a physician and then I became a scientist. And I remember for years the frustration of seeing patients treated with the very same things that my father was treated with that simply didn't work. I think we have to step back and realize that we're already dealing with a different ballgame. And if you look at it, right, the data are absolutely clear. People are living longer, surviving, and sometimes being cured from cancer. And that is because of cancer research. Of course, we can do better. We can make more effective drugs. We can figure out how to combine them. We can diagnose it earlier. We can figure out how to prevent it, and we can figure out how to get these advances to more people.
There are a lot of really exciting sessions at this year's annual meeting that will feature breakthrough discoveries made in the lab as well as in the clinic. Many of the clinical advances that have the potential to benefit patients in the near term will be showcased in our clinical trial sessions.
We're going to be learning about novel treatment modalities, for example, glues and degraders that have opened a new pathway towards thinking about it. New drugs that harness the immune system in different ways. Antibody drug conjugates, bispecifics, CAR T cells. We're also going to be learning about different types of small molecules that can actually be used and combinations of all of these above. We're going to be learning about populations. So one of the questions people may ask is, why are many people getting cancers earlier? We're going to learn about that at this meeting with the most cutting-edge data. We're also going to be thinking about how we design drugs and how AI is involved in changing how we design drugs in ways that I think are going to be profoundly catalytic. One thing I'm really thrilled about, there's going to be over 7,400 abstracts presented at this meeting. That's extraordinary.
This meeting brings together the global cancer research community to share emerging new data, really to highlight the most promising science with the potential to translate into clinically meaningful advances, and also fosters collaborations by creating this space where all of these interactions can occur. I think the annual meeting does more than just showcase the best science, but it does, in fact, accelerate discovery and translation of discovery into real impact for patients.